Welcome to my channel. My name is Tamika T, and this is Well Plus Being with Tamika T, where we talk about anything skincare, wellness, self-love, manifestation, all things I love. So today, actually, we're gonna get into skincare. I often get asked what I use on my skin. I mean, my skin's pretty good, right? So I have a few routines, whether it's using high-end products, Sephora products, drugstore, whatever the case may be. Today we're going to get into my daily skincare routine as I get ready for bed. So right now I don't have any makeup on. I think today I might have put on maybe a tinted moisturizer, so I don't have very much on. But we'll get into what it looks like from start to finish. We're also, because this is a wellness channel, we're going to talk about main character energy and what that means and what it means to embody being the main character in your life. All right, let's get into it. So what does it mean to be the main character? For me, it really means embodying and taking control of the narrative of your life. Like, who are you showing up as every day? Like, what does your self-concept look like? Are you that girl that gets whatever she wants? Are you that girl that always ends up with the man that she has her eyes on? Are you that girl that's driving in a busy mall parking lot and always gets the perfect spot at the perfect time in the perfect place? Are you the luckiest girl in the world? Like, you decide. You can create a sad sob story and be the victim in your movie, or you can be the main character, the hero, the shero, whoever that looks like to you. And very often we give our power away by being the victim. Like, oh, this person did this to me or whatever. And like, nah, you decide, take back your power. But yeah, we'll get more into that in a minute, but let's start off with what we're using. So I'm super basic. Sometimes when it comes to skincare, I have a couple routines, but this one, because my skin isn't too problematic right now, I don't really need a deep exfoliation. What I'll do is use the old school oxy pads. Love them because I feel like it really takes out like the blackheads or anything I have going on in problematic areas and really cleans my face before I get into the rest of my routine. So we're gonna use one. I know, it's like I feel like I'm a teenage boy when I use this, but I love them. I've been using them for years. But yeah, so it's like you can never be the victim. Like, whenever I go through a situation, misfortune, whatever the case may be, like a fight with a friend, a breakup, I don't know, like car accident, whatever it may be. It's so often to be the victim. Like, why is this happening to me? And for sure, in a moment, express those feelings, Express those feelings of frustration, but don't be in it. Don't stay in it. Because you know what? Everything is always working out for me. I may not understand right now, but eventually I will. And that's also faith and trusting the unseen. Yeah, so there's so many different circumstances you can look at. For example, like when I was looking for a job 2 years ago, I had a recruiter. I was scouted by a few really big tech agencies or companies. And the one company that I wanted to work for didn't get back to me on time. And I got an offer from this other company, which was great. Great on paper. There was room for growth. It was a great opportunity. But the other company was actually a company I had on my vision board. And I was like, oh my God, this is the job I want. The salary was higher, but the position was a little more junior than I wanted it to be. So I had to trust myself. Knowing that I'm the main character and I get everything I want and everything always works out for me, I had to really trust that this is gonna work out the way I want. So I took the job with the lower salary, but it had way more opportunity for me. And when I tell you, within the first 6 months, I made such huge changes in that role. I increased my salary by like 40 grand. Way more than it would have been at the last job. And because then it was in a more senior role, I had just so much more exposure to opportunities and growth experience and growth opportunities. So you just never know how things are playing out, but you have to trust the unseen. And to stay in that vibration of trusting is knowing that you're the main character. You're always being divinely guided and protected. You know, think of it this way. Like, I like to use the movie game scenario as well. Sometimes that resonates with men a bit more. But okay, let's go back to the movie. You are the main character, but you're co-creating and writing this script and directing it with God. God, universe, source, higher power, whatever you would like to use, you are always being divinely guided and protected. Okay, that was my little rant. We're gonna get more into that too later on, but let's get back into skincare. Okay, so this product, I like to get into like a deep cleanse. Super loving this Tatcha deep cleanse face cleanser. It's one of my favorites. I just got it recently, actually. I actually have a friend that works at Sephora, head office in marketing. Super cool girl. Again, these are people that I meet just in my network of people. I guess a little bit more background about me, you don't know. I own a creative agency, a boutique creative agency. I also own a wellness company called Well Plus Being, and that's kind of like where my passion lies right now, in empowering people in my life through positive affirmation, through self-love, through self-concept, and really getting people to align with their highest self. Because I know for me, it's changed my life. That being said, that's my passion. I also work full-time in tech. In marketing, I'm a brand marketing manager. So I have access to some great people and great brands, and I've worked with all of these brands. So part of my main character journey is that I've always wanted to be a content creator, and I haven't been doing it because I've always been the person behind the brand. This is my movie. It's my time now. So we're doing this now. I'm now the content creator. I'm the influencer. So I'm super excited to work with some of these brands that I've already worked with, but in a different capacity. So yeah, stay tuned for some of those collaborations. So let's get into this. We've dealt with that. I went off camera so that you didn't have to watch me the entire time dry my face, but it's important to do your neck, behind the ears, all that stuff. My skin feels so clean. I love it. Yeah. So next we'll go into some nutrients. So this is the Sephora Vitamin C and E Super Glow Serum. Love it. And then we'll continue talking about main character energy. So, I put definitely entirely too much sometimes, but I love it. It's affordable. So for me, I'm just like, just buy a ton of it. Like, it's super cheap. And I got a lot of this stuff on the Sephora Friends and Family sale. Like I said, the people I know in the industry, I've been super appreciative and grateful to have some of these connections, to have access to some of those deals that are not public deals. So I always stock up when my girl sends me a code. Shout out to Kate from Sephora. Yeah, so I spend so much money in there anyway. So it's like, any discount, I'm always gonna take advantage of. Always, always, always. So yeah, how can you embrace main character energy? It's really like your self-concept. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of self-concept, but It's something that Neville Goddard didn't come up with it, but it's something he teaches in his books. And it's essentially how you show up. How are you showing up in the world? Like, are you someone who is chosen? Are you someone who is magnetic? Are you desirable? Are you sexy? Do you have the best skin, the best body? Like, how do you see yourself? Because so often we speak so negatively about ourselves and you don't even realize it. So having a really good mental diet is so essential to being the main character in your life. Because I even said to my girlfriend the other day, I was like, sometimes I talk so much shit about myself. Not anymore. I've definitely changed. But in the past, it would be like, girl, why is your butt so flat? Or like just whatever negativity. I have the best body. Now that I've fully embraced myself, love myself, and speak to myself nice, I look in the mirror every day and I'm like, damn, like I am so in love with myself and my body, my inner everything. And to get to that point, you for sure need to create a positive self-concept. And you can do that in many ways, whether it be journaling, working with a coach like myself, affirmations. I have an affirmation deck. Actually, I'll link it below. And just really taking count of those things. And a lot of the times you can understand or realize how you're speaking about yourself by the way people are treating you, right? So I don't know if you've heard of this concept, but everyone is you pushed out. That means that if someone's coming up to you and being like, girl, you have a big ass nose, and you're offended or whatever the case may be, it's one, because you believe it. And two, is because you've been speaking about yourself like that this entire time. Like I literally will do tests. I'll talk about myself in a way that's like, girl, you have the best hair. Your ass is so fat. Like there is nobody like you. And when I tell you, when I go to the grocery store, people stare at me. And I'll receive compliments about my hair, about my body. It's because everyone's you pushed out. You decide how you want people to treat you, right? And that's the main character energy. Why are you talking shit about the main character? She's always gonna win, no matter what it looks like right now. Even if you're not at the weight you wanna be, speak about yourself like you are, It makes the world of a difference. So let's get back into skincare. Okay, so I just picked these up. They were not available in Canada at Sephora for the longest while. And I kept going in and they're like, we don't have it yet. I'm like, okay. But I've been seeing this all over TikTok. I think Aaliyah Face or Brianna, one of them put me on. So we're gonna try this together for the first time. The thing is, it's like, I use eye patches from time to time, but I'm also an eye cream girl. So, okay, we're gonna try it. Why not? Put them on and we'll chat. But, okay, so self-love for me isn't just like, pampering yourself with skincare, taking baths, massages. That's part of it for sure. How are you treating yourself? How are you taking time? What does your daily routine look like? I started waking up earlier. One was because like someone called me out. I was like, girl, why are you waking up so late? And for me, it was like, I like my sleep. But at the same time, I woke up 2 hours earlier than I normally do now. And I get so much more done. And I go to bed earlier as well. So even that, having that discipline, that's self-love. It's also taking time for yourself, knowing your boundaries. Like I meditate every day, once in the morning and once at night. It helps me align with myself. It helps quiet my mind because you'll notice when you start meditating, like you'll notice your mind is going berserk. And some people will be like, oh, well, I can't meditate because I'm always thinking, my mind's always going all over the place. That is part of meditating. Having that realization that your mind's going crazy and knowing that those thoughts are not always yours, Did I put these on right? I don't know if I did, but they're on, so that's all that matters, right? Okay. What are some other things you can do? Okay, yeah, meditation, having a fitness routine. And even if you don't like working out, maybe it's just doing yoga. For me, I love working out. I work out probably 5 times a week. And it's just for me. It's not to like, oh, my body's gonna be in a certain shape, da 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 da. For sure, I wanna look good in my clothes. But it's just more for me and feeling good inside, you know? And then that's also part of main character energy. So these are on. I guess it says, how long do we keep it on for? 15 minutes. Oh my God. Okay. We can get into my other favorite product right now. Again, a Sephora plug. They have these in right now as like a special pack or whatever the case may be. This one is my favorite, the gummy bear one. So we'll use that one today. But yeah, pick this up at your local Sephora. It's such a good deal because it's $26 Canadian. If you're in the US, probably even cheaper. But you're getting these lip masks. If I look weird looking down, I apologize. Like these eye patches are like... Okay, so we're gonna use this one, Gummy Bear. Brianna actually put me on this one because it's pink, and I love going to bed with something on my lips because it's like, you gotta have moisturized lips. But this is a pink color, so it looks really cute too. Comes with a little applicator, which is also very cute. Okay, let's chat a little bit. Well, this marinades. So yeah, main character energy. So think of it this way. If you are the co-creator of your life, of your movie, why do we automatically think when something's going wrong that it's gonna end up in a negative situation? Or even the fact that you think it's going wrong. Like, do you think that your higher self would write a script or a movie that ends up with you ending up in a negative situation? Nah. Everything is always working out for you, and you have to trust in that divine energy, divine timing, and faith. Like, seriously, like the worst situations, like, okay, let's get into something personal. Yeah, so my camera died on me. We're back. You know, when I watch YouTubers, I'm always like, why did you just charge your camera? I get it now. I'm sorry for judging. But let me give a personal example of where I didn't necessarily see what it was at that time in my movie, not realizing that I am the main character and that I'm always divinely guided and God always has my back. So my dad passed away, my stepfather, which I call my dad because he's been in my life since I was 5.5 years old. And he was a big part of my life. He was one of my best friends. And he died suddenly during the pandemic and in 2020. And at the time I was like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? This is the worst thing ever. Of course it is. That's the reality of the situation. However, we don't realize that something so big, so traumatic can either make you or break you. And I almost let it break me. I was the victim for maybe a year, feeling like, oh, all of my friends have their dads, like they have their families and now I don't, and I'm the only child. All this stuff just being in such lack energy. Don't get me wrong, I love my dad. And I feel like I'm closer with him now than I was when he was here in the physical. We are so connected energetically that I really believe, truly, really, truly believe that he's helped me to get where I am right now in my career and my growth and everything. But at the time, for sure, it was like the worst situation in my life. And it actually was the start of my spiritual awakening. I feel like I was sleeping the entire time before. I feel like I didn't know who I was or why I was living or what life was even about. Everything was just kind of like just chasing energy, you know, masculine energy in this world. But that happened. And then I went through a really bad breakup as well around that same time. And like, it felt like everything was falling apart. It really, really did. It really did. Like, so much was happening that felt like my life was falling apart. And when I look back, everything was just being lined up for me to push me to become the woman that I am today. And I really, truly embody that main character energy. I wake up every morning knowing that it's a gift. It's literally a gift. I used to wake up and be like, I gotta go to work, or like, I didn't get no morning text from this guy. Like, what? You woke up. You have awareness. You are here. That is the gift. And that's all that matters, you know? And I really have to decide every day, every morning, every night, and how I'm gonna live my life. And that's main character energy. Yeah. So let's get back into the skincare. I think it's been 15 minutes, so let's take this shit off. Okay. Looks glowy and dewy. Okay. Loving it. Okay, so next, oh, by the way, the lip mask. You keep it on. Like, sometimes I actually reapply it. I don't know if you remember seeing, but again, this is the gummy bear scent. Ooh, I'll link everything below. But love this one the most. There's a bunch of them, but that's my favorite. And I would say maybe this one, Sweet Candy Bonbon. But yeah, Laneige. So next, I like to moisturize before I go to bed. I've used La Mer before, the La Mer skin cream. Super expensive, but it's such a good product. I won't use that in this video because I want to do my daily skin routine for night. So what we'll do is the La Mer dupe, which is the Nivea cream. I love this cream so much. It's so good. And yeah, I really do believe it's a La Mer dupe. So good. Ooh. Okay. More about main character energy. So I think it's really important to celebrate the small moments in your life. I know often we're like, you know, if I don't have the car, the man, the kid, the whatever, the amount of subscribers, like, celebrate every moment. Do you know? Like, every moment is a gift. So when we're not celebrating it, every moment is a gift. Celebrate the big and small moments. Really and truly, because why would you not? And another point, and this is something that I find everyone makes like their number one way for self-love and self-care, is pampering themselves. Yeah, it's important. Get your facials, do these skincare routines, get dolled up, be that bad bitch, do all that stuff, you know? But if you feel like shit on the inside and you're talking badly about yourself, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's what's within that bleeds without, you know? So yes, book that massage, go to the mall, splurge on yourself, but make sure when you're doing these things, you're also talking nicely to yourself every day. Yeah. So I will link actually everything in the description. Most of these items you can find at Sephora, except for I think 2. I'll link my Amazon storefront. So as we wrap up this chit chat and skincare routine, I want to leave you with a thought. So your life is your movie and you are the main character. Step in and embrace your unique journey and really trust and sit in that energy that you're being divinely guided and protected and taken care of, and watch how your life unfolds in such incredible ways. All right, thanks for watching. See you soon.